So in the last two posts in fact, we went through each of those classes and the methods within the classes, which helps us in implementing the application for self-learning recommendation systems. Now what we will do is we will bring all of them together through the driver Python file, which is the rlreco main.py. We have seen a little bit of parts of these this file, but we will see the end-to-end implementation of all the processes coming together in this file. So let's first of all, you would have already started or may open this this Python file. Name it rlreco main.py, and we have already started importing all the necessary packages, like say for example, these are your custom classes which we have implemented: utils, conf and helper functions, data processor, and processor rfmaker, rlrain, rlrecommend. These are your three important processes for building the recommendation systems. And then obviously the last two are your Mongo client. These are your imports which we make. And the next part is lines 19 to 21 is what your argument parser, how you give your arguments. Now we have seen that we have seen the configuration file, the construction of the configuration files also we have seen. So this configuration file is passed through as an argument in the terminal. So we'll see that when we implement this, how this is passed through as an argument in the terminal. But we have seen that any changes to the configuration file has an effect on the main program also. So, and then the next is to load the configuration file into this, and we have seen that conf class in post 6, so which reads this JSON file and then loads all these variables into the memory. So that's what this does is. So the first step is about loading the data, and we use the data processor class, and we have just initializing this data processor class. So from a machine learning perspective, now here is where we start the training process. So as we know, the training process, we are doing it only once. So that's why we're giving a check here in line 30. We're giving a check here whether you already have the trained data. The process data is already there in customer details. So we do a check. So if the data exists as a pickle file, if it exists as a pickle file, that means we have already run this step once, the training, the pre-processing step once, and then we'll pick the data from the pickle file. However, if the customer details file do not exist in the output, so I've already done this, so that's why the pickle file exists here. But if you're doing it for the first time, you will not have the pickle file. So this will run. So as you know, this is the first step is the GV creator, which drives all those other functions. So you can refer to post 6 for details of this. This is the one where you have all this stuff, the GV creator and stuff like that, or the data processor is where you will have all those things. And so once the customer details are there, next gets into the customer rfmakers. Now this is for segmenting the different customers. So this is where this class comes into in RFM maker, and we use RFM segment Verwin. We divide this into or put that into different segments and then store and save the data. Ultimately RFM segment saves the data as a pickle file. So here finally this is saved in the output as a pickle file. So that is what you will find in this output here. So if you are doing for the first time, it is saved as a pickle file in this. So that's the first part of the data processing part. Next we connect it with the Mongo client. We make the connections with the Mongo client, because during the last to post, we saw how we used MongoDB to dump in all our recommendation data. So now we're getting into the learning recommendation system or self-learning part of the recommendation systems. So first we look at all those collections from MongoDB. Now check whether these collections are there. Now we know that DB, these are your collection names for each of these different dictionaries which we have, the quantity, the value, reward, and the recommendation count. So if this collection do not exist, these variables would be none. To find out whether this collection exists is a method called print. Count the number of documents in this. If these collections do not exist, the print count will be 0. So that's a step to understand whether we have already done the initialization phase. Again, this is part of the training process of these initialization phase. So if the count is 0, then that means we have not done the initialization phase. So we will then we will have to do the initialization using the RLLearn, the RLLearn, the class which we have talked about. We are initializing the RLLearn class, and we have seen that prod consolidator method. So this is the prod consolidated method which we have seen in the last post, in post 7. So this process, or this prod consolidator, initializes all those dictionaries and dumps it into MongoDB, and then so this completes that process. All this process is completed, and all the data is dumped into MongoDB, and then once it is dumped, then we get those or we collect those details from MongoDB in the last in these 3 lines, 66 to 68. We collect these dictionaries. Now why we are collecting these dictionaries is to get the updates in the subsequent process. When we do a recommendation to any when we simulate these actions, these values are then updated in these dictionaries, and these updated dictionaries are then dumped into MongoDB. So that's a process which we will follow. Next we will get into the actual recommendation phase. Now we so far it was the training phase, and now we will get into the recommendation phase. So the recommendation process starts with initializing the RL recommend class, which we have seen here, the RL recommend class. So this is which we have seen in the post 6. You can refer post 6 for details of this. So which we initialize first, and then we sample a state ID, because we said we have to simulate the state ID, and then this is the process to get the state ID. So we print the state ID here. Now the first check is to look for whether the state ID exists in these collections, in the MongoDB collections. Like so this is the process where we find one, whether this particular state ID exists. If the state ID exists, you get a none value. If it doesn't exist, you get a none value. Okay, or none values. Now next is because earlier we looked at only the three dictionaries. We didn't look into the recommendation count dictionaries. Why we are treating it separately? Because even if all those count dictionaries exist, you still may not have the recommendation count, because maybe those products weren't recommended. That's why we are treating this separately. So we look at the same process again, whether the recommendation count or the collection exists in MongoDB. If it is 0, that means collection do not exist. The recommendation tracking dictionary is empty, and so we initialize that as a recommendation count dictionary. We initialize this, and if it is not 0, then we get it from MongoDB. So that is what we do in the next step. So now we have already got all those dictionaries which we want: the count dictionary, policy dictionary, reward dictionary, and the recommendation count dictionaries. Now the first thing is to initialize these collection using the collection checker method. We said that if the state ID does not exist, we need to initialize that state ID there. So that's done through these collection finder method here in this. You see this method called finder method in the RL recommend class. So that is what is implemented there. So once this is done, if the state ID does not exist, we create that instance for the state ID in those dictionaries. So otherwise, if we don't get this process or do this process, then we will get a kind of a null value error saying that the state ID do not exist, or key error we will get. So that's why we are using this initialization process. And then we get the seg products is the list of products which has to be recommended to the customers. So there is RL recommender is a long process. There are multiple methods which are implemented using this RL recommender method, because all the other methods which in terms of different processes, like you're getting your top products, sorting those top products, and then finally getting those list of top 10 products, or top n products, whichever we want. All these methods are implemented using the RL recommender products, and so we get the final list of segment products, which we kind of print the segment products. So once this the recommended products are got, next is to simulate the customer actions. So again, we have seen that customer actions here in the recommender class, how we simulate, how we get the customer list and the buy list. So, and once we get the buy list and customer list, then we do the reward updater, update the rewards based on this. So this ends the complete process. Now let's look at how to implement this in the terminal. So this is the command which we use for implementing this. Okay, so Python is we have to give it as Python because that's your start thing, and this is your main function, this RL record.main, and this is your argument, because we have given here the argument. Argument starts with --conf. That's what we give, --conf, saying that this is the argument, and this is the path to the argument. You know that the JSON file is in this config file, so that's what we give. So let's just run this. It'll take some time. So I'll pause this video, and then once this is loaded, we'll come back to it. Okay, so we have got the implementation here. So we have got different results loaded here. So this is the list of recommended products. Okay, and the context already existed. This was the context. The context was Q3 was a segment. February, it was in the first within the first 15 days, and it was a Tuesday. That was the context, and all those processes were run. This is the list of recommended products. The customer didn't buy anything or click anything, so that's what came out. And then after that, all the processes were completed. So this is the complete process. So depending, please run this, and then if you have done all the steps correctly, then you should get a result similar to this. Next, what we will do is we will go into MongoDB and then check these specific results in MongoDB. So that's what we will do next.